Hello, welcome to the Imperfect Tesla. Thank you for joining us again today. Again, if you've been liking the content we've been bringing, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when these videos drop. So today we're going to be talking about exterior accessories. And again, these are products that we have on our cars, not sponsored or anything. It's just from real life experience of us putting these products on our cars and our experience with them so far. And so it's about 7 extra accessories. When we add more, I'll make sure I put a review of what those look like and how they function well. Let's get to it. Alright, so keeping up with accessories more on the exterior now. What we have here are your jack pucks, right? This is one of those things where you may never need it, but it's good to have. Shoot, you've got these pucks that come in a set of 4, and so they're rubber pucks. And this go into the slots under the car with holes. This goes into it and it stays in there, so your jack is putting pressure directly on this rubber pucks and not directly on the plate under the car. And like I said, there's 4 of them for the 4 corners of the car. Again, you may never need this, but when you do, you just buy it and we just toss it in the back there with the mobile adapter. So that's it, and it stays, doesn't roll around, and good. And then the next accessory, so this one took us a while to really get took me a while to decide on getting this. And what this is, it's a tire repair or flap kit. But I wanted one that was in a case. It wasn't just lying around. But this one here comes with, let's see, it's got a hair compressor, you've got nozzle attachments, some fuses, and then it's got a tire repair kit also, so pliers, screwdriver. Let's just open it up and see what's in it. So if you ever get a puncture or anything and it's not on the side wall that you can repair, this is your repair kit right here. And then this here is the air pump. So this one's off of just the 12-volt battery, which is fine. I also wanted one that had a light. There's a little LED light right in there. So, you know, at night, if you're using this at night, you still get something that's shining light on what you're doing. And when you're done, it tucks away neatly. You may not need it. I don't think it's necessary to have this, but it's one of those things where it's better to be safe than sorry. And again, you can there's tons of different options out there when it comes to this. I'd rather have something than nothing. And then, like I said, everything folds off away. It's very lightweight, you know, light. And then I just go on the side here is where it goes, and it's tucked away. All right, next up, mud flaps. There's one here in the rear, and I'm going to zoom in. There's one in the front. Tesla does sell mud flaps. However, I did not like the Tesla one. I've heard about people talking about the flaps hung down so low that when you go over bumps, it scrapes, which of course you don't want. The one in front was very easy to put in. You just have to hook this in here, and I think take out some clips. There we go, there's a clip here, and I think one more on the inside that you're clipping. There are no screws in the front, I don't believe. The rear was a little bit more challenging. You also do have clips that you put in. There's a clip here and there, and then you hook it up in here. And then under, there is a screw, or where is it? Right there. That you do have to put in. All right, so keeping up with exterior, one more accessory that we have here is PPF, and it's hard to see, which is perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. This is the Tesla OEM rear panel PPF. Let's see, there we go. You can see the curve of it a little bit. Is it overkill to have this and mud flap? Maybe. And like I said, I like it. This one, it's not so visible. You can see the line, but it blends in. On the white, it shows a lot more, and that's my only concern. Having this PPF on a white car is over time, as it ages, does it start to yellow and become more visible and more of a nuisance? I think on every other color car, it's gonna blend in fine, a lot longer than the white would. But yeah, that's just something to be aware of. And then speaking of PPF too, if you notice this line right here running alongside here and going there we go, up all the way. What I have there is a door edge PPF, or door edge film. The point of this here is to prevent scratches to the car. And so what that done looks like is it wraps around basically, and you can see I've got some part here that did not stay. You just press it down. But yeah, you just wrap it around, and it goes around all the way down. For the rear, I stop here because I know we're not hitting anything down here, but for the front, it runs all the way down. Now let's see. You're gonna have some spots where it may not stay because of the angles, but it's on the inside, and so not a big deal. But yeah, door edge PPF, it helps prevent, making sure you don't scratch the edges if you hit something. All right, one more thing. This we haven't used yet, so I can't say how well it works. I think I've been holding it from this one because I've read about some people saying it comes off and damages the car. But basically, when we first got my wife's car, and she had curb rash the second week. She scratched the wheels, and then like the week after that, scratch it again, another wheel. So I was like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna order these things that I read about before and put them on the car. But so they're called rim savers. I know there's a few options in there. This was called rim savers, and basically what it is it's a strip of rubber that goes around the edge of your rims, and so basically it will go right. Of course, you take off the glue cover, and it goes right along the edge like that, and then you run it around. And so when you go and you cover rash, it's these things here that take the damage and not your rim. And so even if they get damaged and it comes off, you can order replacements and cover them. I wasn't quite sure how tacky it will look, but it looks like it will blend in nicely. They also have them in different colors. Like I said, I haven't used this yet. Like I said, people have said they can come off, and when it comes up, it starts flopping around, and it smacks the side of your car and ends up scratching it. So, and my wife has been good with car brushes since then. And so yeah, if you have a pretty big field of curb brushes and you want to try this, by all means, check this out. All right, so next up then is, when it comes to charging, cable organization. So I've mentioned before that we have two Teslas, and so we've got two charging setup, wall connector and one that runs off of the mobile connector. And so for the mobile connector, basically, it just helps you keep your cables off the floor. And so once you're done charging, right, get your cables looped up so they're off the ground. And I like this here because it also gives you a nice hook that you can plug it in, so this stays, it doesn't fall off. You have to lift it off for it to come off. So there's a little hook in there that hooks in here, and good to go. So now everything is nice, organized off the floor. And I like this too because this has like some kind of a matte finish. It's like a rubbery. It's not something you can scratch, but it's rubbery, so it's not just like plastic. And it's nice, and it sets up pretty nicely. So the way it hooks is you have this that you mount up to your wall, and then this just basically slides on top of that. And it's a pretty nice tight slide, so it's not something that's used that will come off easily. And that's that. And then you put this back on, and whatever setup you have, I recommend this cable organizer. There's a few of them, but I'll put a link for this one that we have here. And then at some point I'll talk about what we have set up for dual charging and how do we do that out of one 240 volts outlet. All right, so there you have it, the 7 extra accessories we currently have. Well, some of them on the car. We have the wall, the cable the charging cable organizer. And so, speaking of charging cables, I'll probably talk about next video will probably be more around the setup we have for charging our two Teslas. And so that should be a very interesting video. But again, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're finding this beneficial for you or somebody else, even if you already know about all these things, but it's just helping you understand them somewhat better, or in whatever way that you're finding this useful, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And I want to thank the folks who have made comments too on previous videos. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, by the way, we're up to 12 subscribers now. We're in double digits now, so it's really brings me joy to know that people are really watching this and they're enjoying it. They're finding usefulness to these videos, and again, the hope and the point of this whole channel is just to share everyday experiences that we have with our Teslas, and hopefully it helps someone who is either getting to the market, new to the market, or just curious, just see how everyday experience is with our cousins. So really thank you guys for all your support.